So here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need 10 slices of white sandwich bread, or however many slices you want, a third cup of granulated sugar, 2 eggs, 3 tablespoons of milk, which just appeared right behind the eggs, but you might have not seen that because it blends with the background, some strawberries, Nutella, and then cinnamon sugar, or just regular cinnamon, depending on how sweet you want your French toast to be. And then any other type of filling you want to use as a substitute for Nutella. So for example, here I have some strawberry cream cheese, and you could also use peanut butter. And then you also need butter for greasing the pan. So to start off with, you want to cut the crust from each slice of bread like I'm doing right here. And I didn't do this because I didn't have a rolling pin, but you also might want to use a rolling pin just to flatten out the pieces so that it'll be easier to roll them up later on. And then you want to take your strawberries and dice them up. So first you want to cut off the green part, and then cut the strawberry in half, and then cut those pieces in half, and then take those individual pieces and cut those in half, so you're left with small pieces. And then you just want to keep doing that to all of your strawberries until you're left with all of these tiny little pieces. And then next comes the fun part. So you want to take your Nutella and, oh my gosh, just can we look at this, you guys? It looks amazing. I love Nutella so much. But you want to take your Nutella with a knife and then spread it across about 1/4 or 1/3 of the bread. So place it towards the end of the piece of bread. And then you want to take your diced strawberries and just place them along on top of the Nutella, like I'm doing right here. And then you want to roll up the piece of bread as tight as you can, and when you're done rolling it all up, you want to take some Nutella and glue the edge of the piece of bread onto the middle section, if that makes sense, because if you don't put Nutella, the bread is not going to stay rolled up. So I realized that you need to use a bit of Nutella to use as a glue because Nutella is very sticky. So like I'm doing here, you want to keep doing it to all of your pieces of bread, and you can pretty much use any combination that you like. I personally really love the combination of Nutella and strawberries, but if you're not a big fan of Nutella, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, but I do know some people who don't like it that much, you can pretty much use any combination that you like. Like you can even use bananas or any other type of fruit. It all just depends on your own personal preferences. So when you're done rolling up all of the pieces of bread, it should look something like this. I know it doesn't look very pretty right now, but I swear to you guys, it actually tastes so amazing. Okay, so the next step is to take a shallow bowl and take your eggs and crack your eggs. I actually had trouble with this step because I suck at cracking eggs, but after you do that, you want to take chopsticks or whatever tool you want to use and whisk the eggs so that they become all mixed up and become this like yellow gooey mixture like you can see here. And then you want to take your milk and pour it in and then whisk it some more so that all of the milk is evenly distributed. You're basically making an egg mixture like you would when you're making regular French toast. And then you want to take a rolled up piece of bread and dip it into the egg mixture and kind of move it around with your chopsticks or whatever tool that you're using, and make sure that the entire thing is coated well with the egg mixture. So just keep doing this until all of your bread rolls are completely covered with the egg, and then place them all onto a plate, and then you're ready to start cooking. But before you start cooking, there's actually one more thing you have to do, which is prepare your cinnamon sugar. So just take another shallow bowl, put in the sugar, and then add as much cinnamon as you want. And how much cinnamon you put in really depends on how strong you want the cinnamon taste and smell to be. As you can see, I put a lot of cinnamon in because I love the taste of cinnamon, but it all just depends on what you like. So then just take a fork and lightly mix it all up so that the cinnamon becomes evenly distributed in the sugar. Then take a medium-sized pan or skillet and turn the heat up to medium heat and use the butter to grease the pan. When the butter is completely melted, you want to cook the French toast rolls in batches of 3 or 4 depending on the size of your pan. And you want to turn them around about every 1 or 2 minutes until all sides are a nice golden brown. Make sure to add more butter to the pan as needed so that the bread won't burn. So when you think your bread rolls are ready, you want to remove them immediately from the pan and put them into the cinnamon and sugar mixture, and using chopsticks or any other tool, just roll them around until all of the sides are completely coated with the cinnamon sugar. And just repeat this with all of your French toast rolls. So when you're done, your French toast rolls should look something like this, and this is basically what my finished product looked like. They were so good. I really want to make them again, and I really just kind of want to eat them all day, every day. They're the perfect breakfast food, but you could also have them for brunch or lunch, or even just as an after-school snack, or maybe even a midnight snack. Let's be honest here, these are going to taste the best at 12 a.m. If you liked this video, let me know by giving this video a thumbs up, and I will try to do more cooking or DIY type of videos in the future.